Hello Internet, welcome back to RollerCoaster Tycoon 2. We are playing Cliffside Castle, and we've left the castle mostly intact. And we are building up. Basically, we need to maintain a park rating of at least 700, and we need to, what was the other thing? We need a minimum number of guests in the park of 1,500 guests, and unfortunately, we do not earn any money from roller coasters or any ride at all. We only earn our money from the park entry fee as well as the shops. So unfortunately, we are not making a lot of money, and we probably will not make a lot of money as the game progresses. We're going to build a compact inverted coaster, and I was thinking we could build it over here. Then we could place the track over top the other one and the pads over top of this other roller coaster, which would increase their excitement a little bit. Why don't we raise the ground here just a little bit so that we can start our building higher off the ground. Build a custom design. We're going to rotate, and we're going to build the station here. Actually, if we build it adjacent to this, we could synchronize the stations, I think, so that they left at the same time, which adds excitement, but really has no bearing because this one's going to be a very short coaster. So we'll just go immediately up. We'll go right. Can we... It's a little compacted here. I don't think we can really do a whole lot, so it's too low. Okay, we'll go underneath. Great. And we will... Can't construct... Yeah, I don't want to construct that. We're at 130 feet. 120 feet. Oh, these must be based on like the lowest elevation, because like this one is on the ground and it's listed as 120 feet. So that's interesting. I wanted to loop back through this loop-de-loop, but I actually don't think we can do that with this other coaster in the way. If we went right instead of left, we could probably do it. So we'll go right. Circus is in the way. Okay. Yeah, so we'll just go left. New ride, merry-go-round. Oh, so exciting, the merry-go-round. That is a joke, of course. It is terrible. And we'll just go up, and we'll do another half loop. Sure. And, why? Why can't I build a non-half loop next? So what's the point of the half loop if it has to go immediately into the other half loop? I don't get it. Inline twist, corkscrew. Okay. Sure. Sounds great. Let's actually do very steep. And that should be enough to bleed off any of the momentum. It's most likely going to get stuck in the middle here. So we'll go ahead and finish that. And we'll start from this end. And we'll build the lift hill up the back. Great. And then we'll do an entrance and exit. Entrance. Exit. Sure. And test. Not a complete. Yes. Well, I didn't want it to be complete. We're going to reverse incline launch. And we're going to test, and it will pull the cars. Why are there so few of these things? Like, why didn't it fill the whole station? We'll see about increasing that number when it's over. We're going to watch the test here. This should increase the excitement of this other ride a little bit because the tracks are nearby and because the stations are very low over top of it, which gives the benefit of that. So it goes pretty fast. I'm worried it's going to shoot off the end here. Oh, so very close, which is a little concerning. Let's look at, okay. Go into the station. Lift hill chain speed. Oh, yes, as fast as possible would be the way to go. Number of circuits is 1, and we can maybe change the number of cars, but we have to close it. Let's look. Actually, the stats don't really matter. All that matters is if it shoots off the end or not. We can only have 8 cars per train. We can only have the inverted cars, and of course we can only have 1 train because it's a single track thing. So can we make this Oh, we can go straight vertical with these. That's pretty cool. So that should help with the momentum and things bleeding off. Yeah, let's test it again just to make sure it doesn't shoot off the end, and we'll start building our pads here. Build the pads. Go down. Great. And we'll just yeah, that seems far enough, and then we will build this path as well. Down, level out, and then we will connect. Oops, and we will connect this back to here. And since we've done that, we're going to get rid of these duplicated pads, these double pads. I really hate the double pads in this game. They seem to be in a lot of the scenarios. Kid, why would you not just go back on the path? What is wrong with you? Seriously. Okay, so this thing did not appear to crash. I didn't see it crash. So, safe for consumption. Oh, it's just now launching. Maybe I missed it. Ultra extreme intensity. Low excitement because it's so extreme. Why? Positive vertical G's. Just because we're going so fast, I guess. Why don't we close this? Lower this. And we'll just see how that does. Test. The G's are going to be pretty intense no matter what we do. Oh, it's probably also because this turn is not banked, which I forgot was a thing, as I often do. So we'll let that run, see what that does. In the meantime, we will plop down the merry-go-round just to have... We literally just barely don't have enough space there. We'll go ahead and put it on this end. This is like the baby end of the park. Yeah, this will do. We'll do entrance and exit. Open. Great. Add to queue. Yes, I know they can't get to the merry-go-round. I literally just built it. Can you give me 30 seconds to finish building pads? That'd be great. Okay, did we ever buy mechanics, by the way? Yes, we did. And we're going to need more handymen because the park is already all spokey instead of like one serious, obvious path. And with these double pads, again, is a real issue. We're going to remove, I think, the pads right here and make this a single line, because that will make less work for our handymen, so they don't have to deal with a double wide path where they might not path to the right area. We're gonna do the same thing at the entrance. Would be really nice. I'm worried about no. Okay, very nearly had a bad help. I'm drowning. Yep, I see you, buddy. Gonna help you out. Didn't mean to do that. Let's rotate. Let's be very, very careful. Oh, I see you not on the path. Let's get you hooked up. Yeah, you don't look happy? Yeah, I don't blame you. What are your thoughts? Nothing. You're just not happy coming to an amusement? Who goes to an amusement park and is not happy? Any other kids help I'm drowning? Because that's generally not great. Let's unpause. Everybody alive? Everybody looks alive. Okay. We're going to be more cautious about this in the future. For one, we're going to go ahead and build this path. Can't construct. Great. Go ahead and build that path back out. We're going to erase the pads one at a time so that we don't risk drowning children, because I've been told that drowning children is it's like really bad for amusement parks, like when you drown children. So, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Stupid millennials and their super PC everything, you know, they don't like drowning kids anymore. You know, back in my day, we drowned kids all the time. Yeah, so that reduction seriously decreased the amount of G's and stuff. I'm curious, it most likely never gets to this part. It probably stops like in the second loop. So we'll have a look at that, and then we'll reduce the train tracks somewhat based on that. You literally don't even make it over the first bump. That is unacceptable to me. So what we're going to do is expand this just a little bit further. I'm wondering if the chain lift speed actually possibly had an effect on that. So what we'll do, we'll reduce that chain lift speed. Lift hill chain speed. I don't know if that incline launched. Yeah, I don't know if that actually has an impact or not. Let's go back to testing this. And let's check on our research while that is running. Designing a thrill ride. We've got the merry-go-round. Okay. Financially, we're sitting around 20,000, which we've been at since basically the start of the game. The rating is 828. Is good, but not amazing. Some of these queue times are not great. And, of course, we're only making money when kids come into the park. So that time it makes it to about the second loop before it actually heads back into station, which seems perfectly fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. We'll even leave the track that we've already built, and we'll check the stats on this thing. Not available yet. Max lateral G. Ultra Extreme. That little tiny bit takes it to Ultra Extreme. Lateral Gs. Okay, let's work on this. And let's troubleshoot our coasters. So basically the problem is, well, one, we don't need all this nonsense. Let's get this out of here. The main problem is right here where we were making turns without banking first. Okay, we need a little bit more track. We cannot bank that turn. Okay, we will go up and we'll hit another loop. We'll come through here. And we'll go up. My concern is that we will not get enough speed to go back. So instead of turning, we're just going to go through double loop-de-loops, and we'll even make this vertical just to verify that we don't shoot off the end. That should take care of those lateral Gs. And if the excitement is really low, we'll extend this lift platform even further, which will then hopefully give it enough momentum to go all the way up and back. My concern currently is that it's going to go up over. It's going to bleed off a lot of speed, and then it's not going to be able to back up through the loops. So we'll have to keep an eye on this. Okay. I think we'll do it. I think we're okay. Ooh, pretty close. Come on, you did it. So I think that will be much more comfortable for the guests, and we'll take a look at this in a moment. For now, we're going to speed up time a little bit, just because we're kind of waiting on research and whatnot. Lateral Gs and all that have been basically removed. High, high, high. Okay, I mean, it's not great. It's not what I would have liked, but it is something the kids are going to ride. So immediately we see children drawn to this. Because we added another coaster, I feel comfortable increasing the price further. Again, video I saw online said the rule of thumb is about $10 per coaster for park entry fee, which is, you know, seems a little high for like me personally, in my opinion. We're ticking up guests pretty steadily. We have a pretty good park rating. Right now we're going to focus on research. My concern is that as we progress, we're not going to be bringing in as much money as we have in our previous parks because of our limitations on ride prices. We got a Enterprise, which is a thrill ride. Okay, we've seen this one before. Ooh, just barely not enough space to build it here. Can we fit it underneath this coaster? We can't because it's so low to the ground right here. Unfortunately, our park is becoming more and more spread out. What I think we will do, we will build alongside this wall. Turn, yes. We'll build alongside this wall here, and we will place the entrance and the exit, and then we will wrap this path around. Go ahead and open that up. What we're going to do, we're going to build this path. I mean, we can go to the wall because there's nothing else that's going to be right here. Go ahead and build this path around. Build a queue. We don't want a super long queue on a thrill ride because they have pretty much a lower throughput. Okay, please move, mouse. My mouse sometimes, when I get it on the edge of the mouse pad, it's not a great laser mouse, so sometimes it doesn't pick up what I'm putting down. We'll go ahead and wrap this around as well, I think. Built that into a little section of the park. We should be making a lot of money from umbrellas, which is great. Get rid of this here. We'll wrap around and see where that path comes out. Great. So there we've created a loop. We need to add more benches, especially around that new coaster that has a very high nausea rating. So we're going to go ahead and put down benches pretty much everywhere right at the exit, just so kids are a little less likely to puke everywhere. Put some seats around. You know, it's a continuous process to put down benches and bins and things. Click, click, click. Little micro, you know, something that's a little tedious to do. I know it's probably not very exciting to watch. I do think our pads have expanded to the point where we are going to need more handymen. That's right, I was supposed to be using themed bins, which I'm failing to do. We even replaced some of the old bins as I see them, just because I'm feeling generous and helpful. A lot of kids on the benches, which is a good sign. The more they use them, the less likely they are to vomit. I think when they're sitting, they can't actually vomit on the ground, so that's a real benefit. Let's assess. We're waiting on research. What are we researching? The Brodo Drop is another thrill ride that's excellent. I like the flat rides because I'm not very good at building coasters. We're once again hovering right around 20,000, which is a very comfortable number of money for me. We're only making a profit of $259 a week. Oh, that's pretty abysmal. I made that in about 3 minutes from one coaster in my previous parks. It's again because of the park entry being limited only to the park entry fees. Well, we should work shops pretty hard too, I think. We have food, drink, restroom, umbrellas. What other merch do we have? Hats. Kids love the hats. Let's build what's a pretty densely populated, I mean, really anywhere, huh? We'll put it right here on the main drag. We're going to change the color of the hats because I hate the red hats. Purple hats. Did we unlock something? Is that what that message was? The Rotor Drop? Yes. We'll build the Rotor Drop. Oh, this is another high nausea ride. We could fit this towards the entrance here, I think, because there's not a lot that we could put here. We'll just go, I don't know, 120 to 200 is 80 feet. That sounds fine. Entrance we'll put over here. Exit right onto the path. Again, there's a lot of benches that are going to need to go at this one. Open it up. Go ahead. Remove that scenery. It doesn't really matter. Let's look at more scenery. We're not really putting down scenery. We have all these random blank spots where we could put things. Let's look at trees. A yew tree. Sure. I remember these. They were in RuneScape. That's about all I know about a yew tree. Plop down some yew trees just to be, you know, to de-sparsity, you know, to remove some of the sparse nature of our park by putting down some trees and things, just to make it feel a little bit more organic here. Safe, the best value park in the country. I assume that's because we have a relatively low, like we don't have very much. It doesn't cost very much to get in, and we have a lot of rides and things. These are very big trees. Yeah, I don't love the huge trees because they take up a lot more space. See if we can just fit some in at various areas where there's a lot of space that we're never going to be able to use. Put down a cottage. Also a 4x4, which I don't love. Put that over here. Sure. Some scenery. The sword in the stone. Excellent. We'll put this over by our coasters so kids going by can see. I mean, it's just the one. We'll put it by the exit here. Sounds fine. Inverted coaster broke down. Not a huge deal. Not a huge deal. We again are kind of waiting on research. We should maybe speed things up. I also need a drink because goodness, I'm just dehydrated. Coaster's still closed. Oh, there's the mechanic. Okay. Research Hypercoaster Trains. Okay, maximum funding. Excellent. You know what? Best value park in the country. We can charge a little bit more. What's the price on hats? We can bump those up a little bit too because those are a one-time purchase that kids will be making. Yeah, I think the trees helped make it a little less ridiculous, you know, empty feeling. But they are a little bit limited. Maybe we should look at regular trees as well. Oh, but they're so like neatly manicured. I don't really dig that. They don't really fit with the, you know, oh, these are the trees from the medieval one. Yeah, you know, I just don't love Camper Down Elm Tree. Well, that sounds European. Throw a couple of those around as well, just to, you know, it's less about making it perfect and more about like just sprucing up some areas that were previously a little bit empty. Can't build it there. Put a couple of these at the exit here. Put a few around the cottage, you know, just to make things a little bit more thematic, you know. I think it looks a lot nicer, personally. It adds some more, like, feeling of an organic layout instead of being all this, you know, machinery and junk. So what did we research previously? Hypercoaster Trains. So I believe the Hypercoaster is another one where... Steel Twister. I believe the Hypercoaster is another one where this one we can actually launch, I think. Only lap bar restraints. Tall, non-inverting. Never mind, it does not invert. Large drops, high speed, comfortable trains. What do you got? This thing is enormous. 32,000. Good God. I don't think we can afford to build some of these trains. Inverted hairpin. I really don't like the idea of the hairpin coaster because I feel like it would have high nausea and stuff. You can do a bobsled, but they're not like... I'm not really good at this notion of a bobsled. Why don't we try... We'll build... I mean, geez, I just don't know. I guess we'll build over here. Oh, you know what? Can we put photo sections on this one? We want to be working the photo sections because I think we can charge for them even if we don't charge for the ride itself. Let's go back to the bobsled. We're just going to make a really simple one, I think. That's going to probably end up taking a lot of space. So we'll go ahead and build this out. We'll go... How do you... Okay, we have a chain lift. We'll go up. We'll come down. Great. We'll flatten out a little bit. We'll angle right. Big sweeping angle right. We'll come out of that. We'll give them a photo section. On-ride photo section. Great. We'll go back up. And we'll level out. Hopefully they don't shoot off the top of this. That would be pretty bad. We'll go down to the ground. And we'll level out. I mean, we do have the S-bends. I guess we could do a couple S-bends just so this isn't like just straight up flat track. Spend right. We'll go another big, we'll angle it again just to kind of keep it from spiraling out of control, and we slip right back into the station. We'll go ahead and we'll put the entrance on. I mean, do we really care about excitement that much? I don't think we do. I was going to say we could build a path over top of the thing so that it's a little bit more exciting, but I actually don't care about that at all. Oops. Make this a path. Path. Really hate this tile that's underneath everything, but test this, make sure nobody goes shooting off. Oh, it moves way faster than oh, we're on faster speed. Okay. Let's check this out. Bobsleds. Oh, I thought it was going to shoot off the top there. Okay, nice quick thing here. We could make it do multiple laps, I think. If the excitement's really bad, I mean, that's really not very good. Let's make it do 2 circuits. And let's see how that works. Yeah, that's fine. And that should bump the excitement a fair bit, I think. Yeah, that looks fine. Let's look at our stats now. No test results yet. Everything else is doing okay. Can we charge for the photo? We totally can. That's really good. I don't know what the maximum that they will pay on something like that is, but it will be more, it's just additional income in our pocket. It's also not a huge ride, so I don't think that that's terrible. There's room to build other stuff in between it if need be. So I think that's pretty okay. How is the excitement? Still low despite turning that up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to abuse this. I'm going to go to the bobsled. I'm going to build my custom design. I'm going to place 1 track. And I'm going to enable... How do you do this? Enable synchronize with adjacent stations. And synchronize with adjacent stations. And that should increase the excitement somewhat. We could also make a water feature since we have a fair bit of cash at the moment. We'll just lower this. Put some water in it. No, no, don't do that. I don't want huge. Can't raise water level here too high. That confuses me because I just lowered it. Maybe I had selected the patch wrong. Too high. Oh, because we're so high off the... Okay. Because we're at like 200 feet or whatever. Let's test this out. Too high. Okay. So water's not an option. That's unfortunate. We can, however, remove this. Let's check the excitement now. Very slight bump to excitement. Complaining about the disgusting state of your pads. Yeah, let's pause and immediately hire like 3 new handymen. 4 new handymen. Because we really need to keep our park rating up, which the pads are going to ruin. They're going to ruin that. So we don't have a ton of pads. I would think that 7 handymen would be able to handle it. Hopefully they're not set to like mow lawns or anything. They're not. Okay. I don't know what to do about that exactly. Let's okay, unpause. Close this. We're going to remove this section. We're going to raise the ground here. Okay. Raise the ground. Then we're going to build that section again. No, that's the wrong X. Okay. Nope, that's the wrong thing. We're going to S-bend right. Connect those. So that's going to be exciting for the kids. We can do it again here to just get a little bit more excitement. We'll just raise 1 patch for a tunnel. Great. I mean, it's a little bit more cash for steeplechase. I don't care about additional cars. I really wish that the cars were separated from the actual research. Like instead of... So basically we got a new car for one of the gentle rides. I wish that new cars was like in a separate section with like scenery and theming. Because unlocking new cars for the steeplechase means nothing to me. We already had the steeplechase, I believe, which is this. And we didn't really want that. So it's a little disappointing. Additionally, we could put scenery around. We could put more of these trees just to make things a little bit more exciting here. I don't know if being on top there actually helps this or not. But putting down scenery does help. We should be rotating these trees, but without a hotkey, I really hate the idea of constantly putting new, constantly clicking the button to rotate it. Put a couple houses out here, a little hay bale. The only other thing I can think is to put tracks and stuff over top, but we're not going to do that. So we're going to go ahead and open this, and I think that this is fine. We'll go ahead and open it and leave it as is, and we'll keep the $2 photo section as well. Makes 2 loops, so again the throughput is not going to be exceptional, but it really doesn't need to be because we're not making money per ticket. It's based on entry fees and based on the roller coasters and such. I think we can increase this again, call it $20 a head. As long as we're not turning away guests. How much money do you have? $60, $70. The minimum we've seen so far is $40. $60. So I think we're okay with charging up to like $40. So yeah, I think we're doing okay. Hopefully, yep, pretty popular. So we'll get a lot of ride sales. We'll wait for this to come into the track, and we'll see how many $2 ticks we get. Okay, we made like 12 bucks off of that one lap. That's pretty good. So I think we really need to be abusing the photo on-ride photos. In fact, we'll tick that up to $2.20. I don't know if that's an acceptable value or not, but that's what we're going to be doing. Check our research. Cheshire Cats. I have no idea what that is, but I like the Cheshire Cat. So we really need to call the episode, though. So for now, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed my RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 series. And I'll be back with more in the near future. Hopefully you like it, because I've been recording an enormous backlog of these episodes. And yeah, hopefully it goes pretty well. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.